Well, hello, shirlierox here. So we're here today to talk about Steam game recording. It's a thing I saw announced the other day, and it got me really excited because 99% of the games I play are through Steam, and Steam have rolled out this thing that you can record, rewind, bookmark, clip, save, and share your gameplay. So first of all, how do you enable it? Right, so what we do is we get Steam open. Once Steam is open, we go to Steam settings, and you need to opt in to the beta version of it. So if you go to interface, go to Steam, change that from no beta to Steam beta updates, restart it, and then when you go back into it, you should have an extra section down here that says game recording. So right, there's 3 settings to this, and it's important that you get it all sort of set up right. Now, if you want to record constantly, you click the middle one. That means when you start a game in Steam, it will automatically start recording, and it records up to 120 minutes of video, and you can then go in and edit it, and it records it as one big sort of bucket of data, but it splits it up into different games. And if you want to do on demand, you do that one, which will let you record and play a game individually. So there's a few little things you need to tweak. So first of all, is your folder where you're recording it to. So I've got mine to here, my Steamy baby footage. So when you go in here, you can allocate an amount of space. So I think it was, what did it say it was set to? I think it depends on how much your recording thing is. I think it's about 10 gig it saves, and it does magic. It does it all in these folders. This is a file I've exported. These other ones are the sessions of the background recording. So you can see the BG for background, and it's nothing you can really look at. It's like, it's all video stuff, so it's all splits it up into chunks, M4S, and then must do magic and joins it all back together. And you've got a timeline there for them all, and then you've got your little clips in here as well. So that's nothing really that useful for you personally to look at. So it's important we go through all these though. So you can do your recording quality here. So the highest you can do is 24 megabytes per second, or is it megabits? But anyway, that's the highest. Then you've got default is 12, low is, well, medium 7.5, low is 4, and lowest is 1.5. So I normally, when I do ones like this, I struggle to tell a difference between the two unless you like compare pixel to pixel, but it depends on how much space you've got and what your upload capacity is and where you're actually going to be sharing these. So we'll talk about that in a bit. So you've got enable GPU hardware encoding. I've got an NVIDIA 3060 Ti. I've enabled that. I'm assuming that is like uses like the GPU for like NVENC for doing the recordings. And then we've got shortcut keys here. So Control and F11 is for doing your standalone recordings when you've got it in that mode. And Control and F12 adds a timeline marker, which is it's really interesting the way it does this, because this is the sort of thing that when you use OBS and shadow play and stuff, you're like, wow, I've not got that in that, and that's actually really useful. So you can add like moments to your videos, but we're gonna go through it all. Don't worry. So and then screenshots is F12. Now, if you want to record, now this is where we get to the spicy bit, because, well, I say spicy, frustrating for me mainly. Record microphone. So if you've used things like I've used over the years, I've used DxTory, I've used Shadow Play, I've used OBS, I've used, what else have I used? Bandicam. Now, a lot of these, when you're recording, if you're just doing montages and you're not bothered about microphone, don't worry, you can just leave that turned off. However, if you turn it on, it combines the game and the audio together, which you might not think's a problem until you go to edit a video. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So I've got DaVinci Resolve here. So let me just grab in a test export I did before. Now, this is where the problem is. Look, you got one audio stream. So if you at any point want to edit the game audio down and make the vocals louder. You can't, so listen. And turn it on and off. I think you'll probably hear the audio sounding weird. Now, that is in the left as well. Yeah, so that is another little thing as well. I really use an XLR microphone and it outputs in mono, and then I have to split it from mono into stereo in the editing program. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't know if there's an easy way of doing it so it doesn't do that, but it does it. So as you can see, this is probably when I edit this, it's going to be in one ear. Game, and so yeah, you can't separate the two, because once you separate one, but audio's gone. So boo. Anyway, back to this. So that is a bit annoying, but it might not be so annoying to others, but it's a bit annoying for me personally as a content creator, that it means that, you know, I've got no control over the audio and video. So I don't know if it's not aimed at me, if it's more for people doing montages and stuff and not doing a separate voiceover. I mean, you can do recording from other programs, so I don't know. I guess if you were controlling your audio, if you had like an auto limiter on something maybe, but you can do selected audio, game and selected like that, or you can do system, but I've just been leaving mine to game audio, and that it still does it. Okay, right, now let's get to the interesting stuff. So this is all the setup and stuff like that. Now let's look at what I have done. So if you go to view, recordings and screenshots, now this is your like bucket list of stuff I have previously recorded. So where it gets interested is you've got all sorts of control over this. So you can do it via the game. I've only tried it so far on the Planet Crafter, but you can split it into media types. So you can go, oh, look, let's look at my screenshots. So look, there's a screenshot I did. You're like, oh yeah, that's very good, very good. And then with that, you can go, I don't like it, and do delete. Or you can go, right, I want to share that screenshot. And you can do copy to clipboard. Then you can copy that into somewhere else like Discord. So here's my Discord. And there you go. That's into your clipboard, straight in there. Or you could like say, I will share on Steam. I could save the image. So I could save that into the little folder I did before. There you go. Open it up. There you go. You can edit in your Photoshop or Paint or whatever you use to edit. And you can just go back out of that. Let's go back to all media. So I've got a screenshot. If you hover over it, it shows you what it is. I've got a clip. So the clip I recorded with, I believe the clip was a clip from this. Now this is background recording. So this is where it gets interesting. So, okay, so just for giggles, let me pause it a second. This is 3 separate instances where I've launched a Planet Crafter. So if you go to the timeline, you can click play. Now you can scrub the timeline forward and backwards by 10 seconds there. Like that. And let's just listen to myself talking with myself talking. Start of the recording constantly. Is my silky voice coming through? Yes, it is, Charles. Thank you for that. Oh dear. Right, so you got your little clip here. Now, what you can do with this is you can scrub through the timeline, and it's really quick to scrub through the timeline. And it's got the little preview there, so you could find like where you want to start the video. Say, I want to start the video like here, just as I go out the door. So you then go to clip. And you say, I want the video to start here. And then you're like, right, well, where do I want it to? Oh, you can drag it as well like that. And then you can like go through your timeline and go, right, well, I want it to end there when I've climbed to the top of the rocket. And then you do end clip. Now that is your highlighted clip. So you can do what you want with that now. So let's say I go to save. Now, you've got a number of options. You can save in Steam, which will save it as a clip like you saw before with the one I clipped into your Steam. You can export the video. So say I want to go new game export test. Okay. And then if we go into that folder again, you can see that little clip there with just that little clip. Let's play it and see. And that's for Let me move it right over here. You're playing a game. So look, if we go right back to the start, we start at the doors. You're playing a game, and we're going to scrub the timeline. And we go to the end. Play. There you go. We ended up at the top of the tower. So the cool thing is about this is the integration. OBS doesn't have this sort of stuff because you can do a number of things with this. You can even do this. This is cool, right? So say I'm like, I've just done this little clip and you've got some, you know, friends, if you had any, unlike me, and you could like go, right, I'm going to save that to the clipboard, bounce to Discord and go, yo, bruv, check this out. 360 no scope mining. Minging? Mining. Oh. No. Okay, I can't do that. It's a 25 meg limit. Is that big than 25 meg? Oh, it's 27. Oh, no. Right. So, well, I'll show you a live workaround what you could do with that. So you could go, right, well, that's too big. So I can go down here and then I can go end clip. No. Go there. Drag. Right, end clip there. Okay, and then we can save it again. Export video. And we're going to save over that existing one. Let's do replace. Okay, that's big enough for Shirls to do now. So now we know it's big enough. We can go copy to clipboard. And let's try this out now. See, that's straight into Discord now. No messing about in rendering or anything like that. If you're not into rendering, this add-on is just like wowzers. Especially when you can like play 2 hours, you can record 2 hours worth of gameplay. So for streamers and people that casually play games and that, this is so cool. And that's for when you're playing a game and see how cool is that, right? And there's also another one you can send to other devices. So I think that's like to phones and stuff. It does tell you on here. So you can share it and you can send to other device, transfer the clip to a PC or Steam Deck you recently signed into. The next time you sign in, your clip will be downloaded there. How cool is that? But the thing I like is this. I don't know how long this link lasts. You can create a share link. Oh, they expire after 2 days. So what this means is you come here, you get this link, you can get a QR code. So that could be straight on Twitter or whatever is the cool platform to be on. Paste that in there. And look, and that's for when you're playing a game, and it's like a private but shareable link that you can share to people, which is it's just really good. It's like, it's not the sort of thing I thought I'd ever use, but if I like didn't want to be bothering, say for instance, using OBS, I could just leave this going in the background and I can do all this stuff. I think that's all the stuff with that. We have got other timeline bits that are quite cool. So there's the moment thing, which is here. So these are user markers. So I added this marker. So when you're going for the timeline, you can click on it and go and see, look, this is what I added the moment. Look, F12. See it match up? And you can see that at the bottom. I don't think it records it. I don't think you can see it in editor. Control and F12. It pops up down here. No, but it tells you where you've done the pictures as well. Look, so I did a picture here. Okay, so if you want to do a screenshot, and I did another moment here, and you can even like go, you know, do a title on it. Now these don't transfer into any other thing; they're just for you. So the moment and that'll add like a little marker on it, so you know that is the moment I conquered the world. Now, the funny thing about this is that I actually recorded before with a different microphone to show it in stereo, and then realised I actually recorded this whole section with me talking, and you can't hear it. And the reason was you have to make sure you've got the right audio selected, and to do that, you go into your sound settings, and you have to make sure you've got the right audio thing in here. And I can see my voice going there, so I know I've got the right thing. I run mine through SteelSeries Sonar. It's software I've not seen that many people talk about. personally, for me, I find it enormously helpful, and it's got rid of so many audio errors, but I've not done a video on that. If anyone wants to, know about that, let me know. Okay, and then the last one it's just another clip I did. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to show you. Yeah, let me show you actually recording now. So this should work, but this is like recording in recording. This is like Inception. So let's make sure we've got it all set up right. So we need to come out of this. We need to go into my settings, go down to game recording, and we're on record on demand. Now this is Control and F11 will record a normal video. So let's try a different game. So what game shall I play? I'm going to try and record something different so we can see the filters. What have I played recently? Let's jump into this demo here. I just checked this demo out the other day. It's pretty cool. So we'll do this, and we'll do Control and F11. I'll show you how you record. Bear in mind, I'm recording this desktop mode with OBS at the moment, and I'll also talk about bitrate as well, because that's something we need to talk about. Okay, here we go. So I'm in the game now, so I can press Control and F11. There you go. We are recording, and we'll do new game. Right. So here we go. This is in game now. So do a screenshot, F12. Down there. And we'll do a moment.
You must reach the docks. But first, tell us who you were here.
Okay. My name is Boaty McBoatface. And you can do all this. I'm not going to do all that though. We'll add another screenshot, and we'll stop recording now. So we've got a little bit of footage. Okay, that is now recorded. So we'll come out of this. I'm just going to be a complete barbarian and press Alt F4. Oh, I love doing that. Right, now, let's go into View now and go into Recordings. And now, look at this. So you can see the different games I've actually been recording. So I can go into this one and go, right, in here I have a standalone clip where you can see that was recorded a minute ago. It's 1:07. We've got 2 screenshots, and let's go into the actual video. So there you go. We are recording. This is the cool thing. Now, OBS doesn't do this. So this does actually add moments. So what that would be good, like say you're playing a game for an easy analysis, let's say Counter-Strike. If you're playing Counter-Strike and you get like a really good headshot, now instead of scrubbing the timeline and finding it, if you've already pressed Control and F12 and added a marker, it's around that moment, and then you can just like, go into that then and, say, add a little note to yourself. So moment I no scoped ninja, yeah, no moment no non-scoped no scope ninja, and just then that would help you so much if you're editing. Now you can like cut and stuff as well with this, so I think you can cut bits out. I've not tried it yet. Let's try. Let's see if we can cut. Because doing a range is good, but can you do a range and then clip it out? Right, we can zoom in and out there. Start clip, end clip. So say if I wanted to do... do you know what? I don't think you can. So you can do a range, you can't cut in it though. Oh, maybe that might be something it actually comes out with in future though, because I think that's something people would actually want. I think they'd want to chop up the videos. So otherwise, you're just creating a moment, aren't you? Right. Enough of my waffle and totally unplanned video. let's now talk about quality. So I recorded these videos in, let's pause. I recorded these videos in different bit rates. So I believe that one was in 12 megabits per second. This one was in 24, and this one was in the lowest. Let me see if I can see what the lowest actually was. I think the lowest, it looks like it's 720p or something. It does look potato. But if you've not got a huge upload, you don't want to be recording in these high bit rates. So it's 1.5 Mbps there. Right, let's come out of that. So I'm going to export some videos now. So let's go back into view in here. Right, so we've got this clip and this clip. So that was like the really low quality one. You can play through it. I'll show you. Nice. Second did record it. You can see the pixelation on this. So let's do the same. Yes, that's definitely pixelated, whereas this is the higher quality one, so look. Looks pretty nice. And then this was the 12. Right. So you could just like export all of these if you really wanted. You could go like, right, clip. So I'm going to do a clip there. I'm going to save. I'm going to export video. And you're going to do clip 1, 12 Mbps. Okay, then that exports. Okay, and then I'm going to go and get another little clip around about a similar little time frame. And I'm going to say, right, that's the end of the clip there. Start the clips there. We'll save that out. Export again. And this is going to be clip 2, 24 Mbps. Okay, and then obviously the final one. We'll do start. We'll do end. Export. Clip 3. No, not potato. Let's not be rude. Let's do, was it 1 Mbps? Feel free to shout at me if I've got these numbers all completely wrong. Okay, so then when you can go into your folder now, you can see all these clips that are in here that I've created. Now, bear in mind, let me just launch the game. The only thing that I'm a bit like, about is, if I launch this game, let me get back into the game. Now, I actually game and record in 1440p, which is 2560 1440. So as you can see there, 2560 1440, and you can see it's in that mode. However, if you go and look at my footage, I'm not sure why it does this. If you go to properties, details, it only records in 1080p, which is 1920 1080. So interesting enough, you can look at the different data rates here. So that's the 12 megabytes per second. That is the 24, which, so that's the, what's that? Total bit rate there is 10,000-ish. That's 28,000. And then the lowest one is, what is that? 3,000. That's pretty like the bit rate I used to stream on Twitch on, I think. And you can just go into this and just look at them all. So we know this one's going to be not that good. I think you could tweak that and get a little bit higher though. Okay, and there's that clip. And then here's the hopefully good quality one. Okay, so let's look at this. That's looking pretty fancy. That looks nice. And then we got the other one. Playing the game. Do think that looks good. Right, let's end this and see. I do think that looks good. Now, an interesting thing would be to check is, what is the FPS? I don't recall seeing that. Is it 30 or is it 60? It is 60. Cool. That's good. So it's 60. The only thing is the audio bitrate's 160 6 BPS. I did see Epox Fox mentioning that. Normally people like to bump that up, but hey, it seems to work. And for doing like, I think for starting recording videos and stuff, this is gonna be like really useful for sharing videos with your friends and stuff. Anyway, that's all I'm going to show you for now. So this is my short little video on looking at this. That is, wow, 26 minutes. It's probably going to be a little bit shorter than that when I edit it. But yeah, let me know if you found this useful and, you know, what you think of this. And if you've got any ideas for what you think this is missing. Personally, I don't think we should go down the route of VSTs and adding stuff like that. But I think separate microphone audio is a must, because I would like to have a little bit more control over my audio. I mean, I am aware you can go into your settings in here and you can set your microphone up in here, and it's got stuff in here which this might work. If I change this sort of stuff, it might work. It might have an influence in the thing, so that you're not being drowned out. But I don't know. I think just having so much control over it in the past, I miss it. Anyway, let me know if you found this video helpful. Leave a thumbs up on the video, leave a comment on the video, and drop me a sub if you did find it useful. I'm shirlierox. This has been my first look at Steam game recording, and wow.